And I'll request the audience to kindly take their seats. Friends, the theme of the technical session 4 is environment and public safety. I invite the chairman, Shri J.C. Singhal, to kindly come over here and take the seat. Shri J.C. Singhal. Kindly welcome Shri J.C. Singhal. Friends, you are talking since yesterday regarding safety. The word safety has 6 letters. S-A-F-E-T-Y. I will just inform you about the significance of all the letters. First letter is S. S means substantial potential threats or hazards. Second, A, analyze the threat. Third is F, find cause. Fourth is E, eliminate cause. Next is T, tell regarding the threat to others. And last but not the least, Y, now you are safe. Now I'll give some brief introduction of our worthy chairman, Shri J.C. Singhal. Shri J.C. Singhal, council member of IEI, is a very prominent personality in the engineering fraternity. He is FIE, FIWE, FIPHE, FIWWA, MIRC, MIAAPC, Mitra, MJF, etc., etc. He is B Civil and ME Civil from IIT Roorkee and served for about 39 years in UP Jal Nigam, a PSU of the government of UP undertaking. And he retired as Chief Engineer Level 1. After post-retirement, Mr. Singhal worked as senior consultant in various organizations, including Government of India on World Bank project. I am delighted to share that he also worked as an expert for the Law Commission of the Honorable Supreme Court of India. He is life fellow of many organizations including IWWA, IPHE, IEI, Kabir, Peace Mission, etc. And he has been honored by World Peace Development Research Foundation with life membership. As former chairman of IWWA Lucknow Center, he organized more than 90 seminars, technical papers, annual convention, etc., etc., and his technical papers was published in leading journals of India. Mr. J.C. Singhal has a strong passion for conservation of environment. For this, he is organizing an environmental quiz on web. In this quiz, more than 20,000 schools are expected to participate nationwide. He has widely traveled abroad to enhance the techno-managerial activities, and he is editor of Water Pollution and Wastewater Treatment book published by International Published Stadium of USA. His mission is safe water and sustainable environment, and for this he is dedicating and working 24/7 into 365 days selflessly. I welcome Worthy Chairman Shri J.C. Singhal.
Good morning, everybody. First of all, I will call you that please join us, come on the front seat. Come, आगे आगे आ जाइए, जिससे कि सब लोग एक दूसरे को अच्छी तरह से देख सकें.
ठीक है.
Let us come closer. Thank you.
May I request the co-chairman Dr. H.R.B. Yadav to come on the dais and take the seat. Dr. H.R.B. Yadav. Dr. Yadav is Dr. Yadav is B.Tech in Chemical Engineering, M.Tech in Energy and Environmental Management from IIT Delhi, and Doctorate in Environmental Engineering. Dr. Yadav is Fellow and Chartered Engineer, is serving the issue of engineers for more than 30 years in various capacities. He was instrumental in making various reforms in the management of this institution, design of revised syllabus of Institution of Engineers AMI curriculum. He contributed significantly in organizing a number of international level conference and engineering congress. Dr. Yadav coordinated with the Indian High Commissioner to Malaysia regarding a dialogue between Indian delegation represented by IEI and High Commissioner to resolve the plight of Indian engineers in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. He was member of the organizing committee of Washington Accord Summit in 2012 and 14 organized by NBA MHRD India. Please welcome Dr. Yadav. May I request Shri P.S. Utawar, Advisor Haryana Sahkari Vikas Pradhikaran, formerly HUDA, to come on the dais and take the seat. Dr. Utawar. Please welcome him. May I request Dr. Ambrish Sorkhia, Senior Principal Scientist, Chief Scientist, CSIR, to come to the dais and take the seat. Please welcome him. May I request Shri Gaurav Sharma, Manager Fire and Safety, IGL, to come to the dais and take the seat. Please welcome Mr. Gaurav. I don't find Mr. Ajay Kumar. Is he here in the hall? If he's here, he can come. He has not yet come, as I feel. So, we are starting the session. I'll request the chairman to kindly say some few words to grace the occasion of the session.
Dear friends, I once again request you to come closer. अभी भी पिछले की सीटों पे बहुत सारे लोग बैठे हैं जिनको मैं डायरेक्ट इंटरेक्शन आइज टू आइज इंटरेक्शन नहीं कर सकता, तो यदि आगे आ जाएंगे तो वी विल बी हैविंग बेटर इंटरेक्शन. आगे की बहुत अच्छी अच्छी सीट खाली पड़ी है और आपको ये ज़रूर है आगे बैठ के गप्पे मारने का टाइम नहीं मिलेगा, एंड यू कैन कंसंट्रेट बोथ ऑन द लेक्चर्स. आइए आगे आ जाइए सब लोग. Again, it's a very good morning to all of you. I will like to start with a very relevant quote of our Honorable Prime Minister, on which he said on Mann Ki Baat in last October 5 regarding intelligence, artificial intelligence. He said, we want that India should be a global hub for artificial intelligence. He also added that we will have some social programs for the social engineering and the upliftment of the people through artificial intelligence. This shows the interest of nation, interest of our dynamic Prime Minister on artificial intelligence. Friends, the today's topic is role of artificial intelligence in environment and public safety. The environmental issues has raised so many topic for discussion which call for use of artificial intelligence in this field. The intelligence finds application in wide range of environmental sectors such as natural resources, conservation, wildlife protection, energy management, clean energy, waste management, pollution control, and infrastructure development. We hope that all the speakers will cover most of the topics out of this. On a macro scale, the emergence of a smart building and the smart cities can have built-in sensors to use energy efficiency. Buildings and roofs will also be constructed out of material that work more intelligently using artificial intelligence. Taking a note from natural pattern, material scientists and architects have developed innovative building materials from natural resources, and such as bricks made from bacteria, cement that captures carbon dioxide, and cooling systems that use wind and sun. We are having only 1 hour left with us, and we have 5 speakers. So I request all the speakers not to go beyond 15 minutes in their presentation, and I may need to call them to close the topic, close their lecture. So with these works, I again ask the rapporteur to call one by one everybody with a brief introduction of them. Thank you.
Friends, safety is the order of the day, and this is a theme for the seminar. सेफ्टी के साथ लापरवाही हमें नहीं करनी है. सेफ्टी के साथ लापरवाही जैसे आगे कुआं और पीछे खाई. We have to take care of it. I will now request worthy co-chairman Dr. H.R.B. Yadav to share some few words with us. Dr. H.R.B. Yadav.
Thank you, Mr. Arora. A very good morning to all of you. Our worthy chairman of the session, and he is also council member of the Institution of Engineers India, Mr. J.C. Singhal, has already elaborated the purpose of this safety convention and why we have assembled here since yesterday. We have listened to the inaugural address, keynote address by the luminaries, and we have enriched our knowledge information about the policies. So I will not go into detail of that. Today's session is very specific, that is environment and public safety. I will touch upon in the beginning public safety and then environment later. We have been watching the newspaper, television, social media for last 4 or 5 days after the sudden and sad demise of Cyrus Mistry, a renowned industry leader, due to the lack of safety by the driver or anybody not fastening the belts sitting on the rear seat of the car. After understanding these lapses, we all have become alert. Today also myself was not fastening the belt sitting on the rear seat, but due to fear of the challan and administrative action by the traffic police, I also fastened the belt sitting on the rear seat. So ladies and gentlemen, why I am repeating these things? Because we in Indian always adopt the safety measures under the pressure of the administrative actions. So that is the major cause we fail to maintain safety. In the developed countries, particularly in USA and Europe, the drivers of the vehicle are given due skilled knowledge and then they are issued the driving license. in our country, if the candidate just pass online test by just giving some IQ basis question answers, he is given learner license. So such type of driver may certainly come across the accidents, and the person sitting in the car, maybe the income group person, or the person like late Mr. Cyrus Mistry may meet an accident of fatal and lose their life. That is very important. So we should adopt safety in our day-to-day life without any fear, without any pressure of the administrative action or challan, etc. Unless and until we change our mindset, I don't think any policy, regulation, etc. can make us to be very vigilant about adopting the safety in our day-to-day life. So far as the environment is concerned, that is very broad spectrum. Our chairman has already specified certain areas of the environment which need to be paid due attention. We are sitting in the environment of the Lee Meridian Hotel. Inside, the very good ambient air is there. So this auditorium or hall is eco-free, and we are surviving here due to inhaling the good ambient air. The ambient air quality has already been prescribed by the Central Pollution Control Board, Government of India. There are 6-7 indicators under the air quality index. Our experts are here. They will dwell upon these areas. I will not take much time. But our chairman has said, I would like to add that the greenhouse gas emission must be reduced, which is coming out due to the large number of vehicles in the NCR. The resources due to the fossil fuels are also getting depleted, that we also need to minimize our resources, minimize our day-to-day needs, so that this consumption will be minimal and the environment as a whole can be protected, and we could be able to inhale the good quality ambient air quality. With this, I thank you very much. Over to the coordinator, Mr. Arora. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Yadav. We appreciate your concern regarding the greenhouse gases and the pollution at the present.
Sir, one thing I forgot, just give me opportunity. Our very worthy past president just arrived while I was speaking. I couldn't greet him. He is none but Mr. O.P. Goyal, past president, Institution of Engineers India, and former Director General, Central Public Works Department, very coveted organization for the upliftment of particularly Delhi. Thank you very much.
Welcome to Goyal Sahab. Now I invite Shri P.S. Uttarwal, Advisor Haryana Sahkari Vikas Pradhikaran. Formerly it was HUDA, Haryana Urban Development Authority. Dr. Uttarwal did his graduation in architecture from VNIT Nagpur. He is postgraduate from SPA New Delhi. He has done post-graduation in remote sensing, GIS, ADR, etc. He has vast administrative and technical experience in he has prepared various zonal and master plans of Delhi. He has also published various books and papers. I invite Dr. Uttarwal to kindly come to the dais and start his lecture on role of AI in urban planning and development. Thank you.
Can you project? I'm in big dilemma. It's exactly 12 o'clock, so I should say good morning or good afternoon. So I say both good morning and good afternoon to you all. And I first respected Singhal Saab. He is not only chairman of this chapter, but he's a friend, philosopher, and guide for me. Respected Yadav sir, then session coordinator Arora ji, and other speakers. दे दिया इसको, थोड़ा छोटा करें, ये शिफ्ट हो गया है थोड़ा सा, स्क्रीन के हिसाब से करिए इसको. This paper and presentation is written by myself and Mr. Rishabh Paul. He's an architect and planner from IIT Roorkee, and but because of his preoccupations, he could not come. So next, this topic, role of AI in urban planning and development, is today very, very relevant to us. We every day face traffic jam. We build flyover, it is congested. We build tunnel, it is congested. And simply there is no solution in Delhi or any urban cities. ये फॉरवर्ड के लिए ओके So rapid urbanization has caused many problems: expansion of cities, lack of facilities for the citizens. This throws challenges and opens Pandora's box for architects, planners, engineers, and everybody. The municipal administration. There is a problem of traffic jam. There is a problem of flooding. There is a problem of services. 60% houses are informal. They are not built with permission, etc. And as per the UNO's prediction, by 2050, driven by the rural migration and economic forces, about 60% of population will be living in cities. So speed of growth of cities is so fast, we are unable to provide infrastructure, houses, and that creates a big disparity. Houses are coming in low-lying areas, and so flooding is there. Natural drains are blocked. So how AI can help it? So I will touch few points into this. In order to accommodate more and more people in limited areas, there are high-rise buildings, and this causes a big safety concern for everybody. There are a lot of fire incidences. Recently in Kanpur, hotel fire incidences has killed so many people. Mumbai, any city you take it, because of various reasons. So what are the impacts of it? The impact is, first, congested roads, air pollution. I am here in Delhi for last 45 years, but I have not seen such a worst winter and air pollution. So it almost 2 months, December and January, are not livable. Then there is a housing shortfall. Most of the houses are coming on informal sector, growth of villages, slums, unauthorized colonies, etc. That is about 60% in city like Delhi. Pressure on infrastructure. The picture itself is so explanatory, and this happens anytime, not summer only, but anytime in Delhi around the areas which are not so privileged. High-rise buildings comes with the added risks such as fire hazard, life safety, threatening things like lifts get stuck and there is no maintenance, or there is nobody to relieve them. And so many infrastructure issues are there. Third, there is a maintenance issue. Maintenance have become very complex and expensive. Then there is a RWA who doesn't have money, who will pay, and so many other things are there. So these are the problems which are associated with urban development today. What is the role of artificial intelligence in urban planning and development? That now we will discuss quickly. There are 3 P's. You need to divide any theme into implementable points. First, there has to have prevention. Second, there has to have protection. Third, there has to have projection. That means you have to anticipate the problem. Some guesstimate has to be there for everything, and we will discuss one by one. Now in prevention, one of the major reason and investment in AI is to anticipate the events. What kind of, there are cyclones, there are heavy rains, etc. That need to be anticipated, which may cause loss of life and the properties if that event occurs. And in worst case scenario, if it happens, the floods, fire, or earthquake, then the mitigation measures like disaster agencies, fire agencies should be able to reach in time to those places, so they should get advance warning or immediate warning. Here, artificial intelligence has a very important role to play. Next, to save time and money, investment in preventive measures Like artificial intelligence is today preferred by many advanced countries like Japan, America, etc. To speed up the development and mitigation of shortage of skilled labor, many advanced countries and even in India also now we are using robots, artificial intelligence methods, softwares, Revit, SCADA, etc. to speed up the development. Some of the examples are detection of fire. For detection of fire, we need to have a central command center because fire has become one of the biggest disaster in residential, commercial, industrial complexes, and is worst in some of the cases. Loss of life is too much. One fire incident happens and everybody forgets. What is the reason? Load, the material, some safety measures are not followed, etc., etc. The application of AI for early smoke detection, fire detection can result in saving of life and properties, etc. So, artificial intelligence plays important role in preventing major disasters. Other points are there. This can be linked with the building management system, maintenance system, and that can control the operation system. There is a sketch just showing what kind of a system, what kind of a sensors can be done. This kind of systems have been done in smart cities, Gift City in Ahmedabad, which they have demonstrated it, and one can see that thing. So this will help in saving valuable life, preventing or limiting property damage by faster and focused information. Next is detection of water. Water is very, very important resources. Raw water we transport from a source, get it treated, and then supply to the houses. And this whole process, there is a loss of water, which is very, very not in terms of cost, but the inconvenience and cost to the people. If you shut down a water supply for 3 hours, 4 hours for maintenance. So there are an intelligence system. The sensors are fitted with water pipelines without digging or without anything. It senses the change in a noise or whatever the movement is there, and that sends alerts to the engineers or maintenance teams, so they can go to the spot and find out where the blockage is there or leakage is there, and that way it can help local bodies to save the water. The protection is a very, very important thing. In case of failure of prevention mechanism, when need arises, artificial intelligence must be able to provide some kind of a warning to protect the life and properties. Timely warning in case of fire, flood, cyclone can help, evacuation of population in short time, and measures to protect natural and man-made features. Satellite technology combined with AI techniques are playing very, very important role in cases of cyclone, floods, earthquakes, in production, etc. Some of the examples are firefighting robots. Now these are already inducted by Delhi's fire services. In narrow spaces or spaces where human intervention is not possible, there these robots can go do the firefighting measures or send the pictures what kind of hazardous area is there. And this has really saved many lives in Delhi at least. Air quality monitoring, this is a very, very important thing. As our co-chairman has also expressed, air quality monitoring. Almost some of the cities in coming a decade or two will not be livable. And as a town planner, as an urban planner, and with 40-45 years experience in Delhi, Delhi is one of the best planned city. We ourselves are removing trees. The central Delhi is being densified, and which may cause such a situation. Before that situation come, probably artificial intelligence can be helped. The sensors can be set into the places, and the monitoring of data can predict some model, which can say now it is a safe time or it's not safe time, or what measures can be taken. Some traffic can be shut down, industries can be shut down, that kind of a decision can be taken. Now, next is the safer streets and transportation system for women. The co-chairman also mentioned about the safety of, like in Cyrus Mistry, that is a very, very true and relevant case. But then other things is nowadays about 50% workforce is ladies. So safety of ladies is very important. For this purpose, we always call it eyes on the street. Eyes on the street, for that planning concept is there, transit-oriented development. Along the metro, along the RRTS railway road, you put a high-rise mixed land use development. Ground floor should be the commercial. So up to 11 o'clock, shops are open. We first developed Rohini, where small plots were given to the main road. It became commercial. Then we developed Dwarka. So Dwarka, we said, will not give any commercial on main road. Group housing is there. So by 7 o'clock, Dwarka is dead. One feels very unsafe to move on that. So mix and match has to be done. So women can feel very safe. In transportation also, there should be some sensors or emergency alarms. If they feel unsafe, they can call the police or they can call the management. So digital network and technologies can provide an eye on the street. That is cameras. These cameras can be connected to the police stations or some central control areas are there. Proper lighting should be there. Plazas, etc. should be lighted. So women or children, they feel very safe about it. Innovation in construction industry. This is very, very revolutionary things. The 3D printing. Architect is sitting maybe in London or Sydney and he sent the drawings. There is a 3D printer at site. It's not correct to say printer, but a machine is there which lays the brick layer like concrete or some material and creates walls. It creates place windows. So the picture, the below picture, you can see the walls in creation. A robot or 3D printer is doing complete work for the architect or a builder. So it saves time, it saves labor, the skilled labor, unskilled labor, finishing I do not like this, etc. is avoided. Robots like demolition robots, 3D printing construction robots are self-sufficient to get work done independently without any burden on human. So there is a demand for skilled labor. Skilled labor is not available. That can be also substituted by robots. Focus is on efficiency, management, and less wastage of material and faster construction. Projection is like anticipating what will happen after 10 years, 20 years, like census conducts the survey in 20, and then projects population for cities. So it's like a vision, a perspective, or a guesstimate for a future. That is very, very important to say what can cause disaster or where it can cause the disaster. For example, drones, driverless cars, traffic management system, BIM, online building plan approvals, all these things are already in place, which are helping us to anticipate what kind of a danger or disaster is likely to happen. One of the best example is Census of India. It carries population survey, and now they are using a lot of gadgets, internet, artificial intelligence, handheld instruments, devices for carrying these surveys. And they project with model, mathematical model, a software is there for next 20 years, depending on age structure, occupation, etc., what kind of a population city will have. That is very important for engineers, architects to provide housing, provide infrastructure, and provide road safety, etc. AI models can be used for a simulation of required situation where training is possible, like pilots, firefighters, or combating terrorism. All these things are possible by simulation models created by AI. Prediction of cyclones, weather, and share markets are also important in this case. Some of the examples are followed. Drones can create city maps very quickly, where there are not maps. Generally, Survey of India maps are 10-year-old or 5-year-old. So quickly it can go and prepare a survey map, topo map, and you can find out what are the difficulties. Precise and real-time data made available by the drones helps urban planners, designers, and developers to create 3D models to visualize future development and make technical and financial investment decisions. Another advent of drones in the delivery of industry. Drones are now delivering all kind of things in very, very odd places, which avoids traffic on the road, and it also helps for a faster delivery. I think the projection means, I think this we have connected. Drones is over. Now these are some photographs, the layout maps of hilly area. The infrared images can be there for traffic management. They can label the cars and they follow them. What are the dangerous areas they can adopt, and then also delivery of Amazon or anything. So the artificial intelligence is everywhere in your life. Artificial intelligence is there in your phone. You search for some kind of a goods, and for next 8 days you will get all advertisement of that goods. So somebody is listening, somebody is looking at your lifestyle, etc. So sometimes it's scary also, but if it used in good sense, it is very, very helpful. A traffic management system, I think it's going back. Traffic management system, this is in case of London, there are charges, the congestion charges. For that purpose, we have to use the artificial intelligence. This is the London system. If you enter in this area, there is a ERP, that shows if you enter beyond this point, a traffic congestion charges will be charged with you. So this is also one of the way of managing your traffic, managing your city. It is called as electronic road pricing, ERP. So sensors and cameras are used. This is a traffic system management. Rural and urban roads can follow all these things. Now we have already toll tax. There is a tag, there is RFDI, and artificial intelligence can control the volume of traffic. There can be synchronized signals, and there can be integrated traffic management system. There is a central command system where all modes, like today we are introducing cycles for many purposes, that can be controlled by artificial intelligence. One of the best cycle system is in Germany. You can leave it anywhere and pick up for anywhere. So it is monitored by your credit card and other sensors. So use is unlimited. Online building plan approval has revolutionized the urban development in Delhi, Mumbai, and most of the cities. It is already there because human intervention has been reduced. I will not say eliminated, but reduced. So what happens? The corruption, the delays, and all these things are avoided. Now there is artificial intelligence software is there. The moment you put a map in AutoCAD or any software, it compares with the building bylaws and the sizes of your rooms, ventilation, etc., and that gives okay. If there are objection, it immediately gives back the objection. Within 30 days, it is to be approved. This is a huge revolution in India, ease of doing business. And the government has given topmost priority to ease of doing business so that we can attract foreign investment. And that is working in. Huge investment is coming in Noida, Greater Noida, Yamuna Expressway, because like in many cases, investor has been given freedom to prepare their own development plans. So there is no intervention from the government. That is a big revolutionary decision. So 3D visualization is again very, very important aspects in urban development. You can see a plan, the 3 or 4 buildings are coming, the masses. What happened is Twin Tower of Noida can be avoided if you visualize, make a 3D model. It will block the air, it will block the ventilation, it will block the sunlight for other areas. So a huge cost and time can be saved for everybody. So next is a very, very futuristic, you can say, that they call it AI X City, Artificial Intelligence X Future City. This is by some Mr. Bhatia. Now what he says, all along the building and towers, greeneries will be grown, and that will reduce the pollution. It will reduce the it will purify the air. This is very, very futuristic. There will be less intervention or disturbance on the ground. If there is a water or a soil, it will be left as it is. So AI future cities to fight pollution and climate change, visualized by the architects. They have built tower covered with vegetation to reduce air pollution and heat effect. AI will also create suitable climate, hopefully, so our cities can survive. We can survive. We can give something to our coming generation, and they don't blame us. Coming back to the conclusion part, that's very, very clear. Urban planning, design, and city spaces depends on the complex network and social, economic, environmental factors. On top of unpredictable likings and preferences of human beings, sometimes you simply do not know why people are liking this area. They want to build houses. Yamuna Expressway is beyond Noida, Greater Noida. Nothing is there. So one of the highest property rate in India today is Yamuna Expressway. A kiosk of 9 feet by 9 feet has been auctioned for 2 crore rupees. Simply we don't know what will happen. So this is an unpredictability in urban planning, urban development, where AI can help us in predicting the certain things. Lack of skilled workers and demand is growing fast. So demand for skilled worker is there. That can be fulfilled to some extent. Therefore, cities require the best possible prediction, protection, and projection techniques in order to identify requirement of citizens and gauge their mood for city landscape while minimizing the all risk. So AI is a future of the city and urban development. Thank you very much.
Friends, we will be having question answer session after all the presentations are over. So please bear with us and let all the presentation complete.
Thank you, Shri P.S. Uttawarji. He has touched a very important topic which is concerned to everybody in day-to-day life, urban planning and urban development. And the innovations is AI that are being taken up, and we hope in the near future the AI will help us in day-to-day life. And he is very correct that the Twin Towers, which were demolished a few months, 1 month back, they could have been avoided had we used the AI. Now I invite Dr. Ambrish Sukharia. Dr. Ambrish Sorakia, doctorate in civil engineering, is Senior Principal Scientist in Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR, with over 25 years of experience in research and R&D management. He has been instrumental in defining and implementing policy interventions for enhancing organizational performance. He is proponent of technology management to take any idea to lab to field with commercialization. He has authored a monograph on interdisciplinary convergence published by Institute of Engineers India. He has also authored a few books and several research papers. He had been honorary secretary of Ghaziabad Local Center of the Institute of Engineers. He will give a presentation on AI-based technology interventions for road safety in India. Please welcome Dr. Ambrish Sorakia.
And the issue is, even we are not using intelligence on road, so whether we will be able to use artificial intelligence. Respected Chairman and other dignitaries on the dais, dear friends, good afternoon. My first sentence is just to set a context ki how we have learned using the helmet. I carried out a study in 1997 when around more than 70% were not knowing what is the ISI marks and why helmet should be used. Their reason for using helmet is कि traffic police वाला पकड़ लेगा. Likewise, as in the morning it was stated that rear seat belt can be used or rather should be used because there will be a challan. This is the way we are learning. We are applying our intelligence to analyze things, to use a technology. And AI is also a technology. The crux of using a technology has a very wide timeline. Therefore, wherever there is a technology, always consider that it will take around 10 years when you will be able to see the real benefit of the technology. I am using Google Maps for I think around 10 years. In 2012, I purchased my first Android phone, and I am seeing how Google Map is evolving. And on the other side, maybe you will not be knowing that ISRO has a Bhuvan. Has anybody heard about Bhuvan? Bhuvan is ISRO's Google Map. ISRO's map for providing navigation, and they have several challenges for its implementation. Obviously, a new technology has to have some challenges. Likewise, CNG, when it was implemented in Delhi, it was forced implementation because it was from the judicial reasons. Similarly, this AI, the first artificial intelligence based technology intervention for road safety, the very interesting component which is still lacking while we are driving is the sleep. When Yamuna Expressway was developed, there were several accidents. Wherever there is an expressway, wherever there is a clean road, forget the term expressway, or wherever there is a clean straight road, where driver has not to do anything, he used to fall asleep. And he or she cannot explain because that accident would have resulted in some fatality. And the real cause that it is the sleep could not be identified for several years. I have been from Central Road Research Institute for about more than 25 years. That is why I am stating these, analysis. And when this is the scene, when we are not able to identify the factor, when expressway we are attributing accidents to expressway because road is good, it was cement concrete road, tires are getting busted, because in our normal traffic we have not bothered about maintenance of our tires. So these factors, eventually when they come out with the, from research, then we will be able to locate and identify and obviously plan solution for them. So we see the real data, please. Next slide, please. Roads accident scenario, everybody, because of Cyrus Mistri's accident, everybody has gone through these data. The critical component is that we are losing 18 lives every hour. It is not the 18 lives, means that is the most crucial negative part, with only that we are capturing data only for 18 lives. In reality, which we are not capturing, would be much more than this, maybe double, triple. Apart from this loss of fatality, how much man hours of the country is being wasted because we are discussing something which we should not have discussed. Had we taken the appropriate measures, had we taken the appropriate steps of ensuring road safety, very easy to ensure road safety, but because we are not giving our intelligence to it, so now we are seeking artificial intelligence so that they help us to handle this thing which we otherwise would easily be saving things. So apart from the fatalities, loss of those lives, lots of family conditions, better condition for those lives, it is all the nation, all near and dears and related, particularly police. They are, for every accident, they are, utilizing their time, resources for documenting them, for taking to them hospitals, and all these can be saved. These are the causes which is mentioned. Now my objective for today's discussion is to discuss how the nation, means as India, what are presently steps being taken for using artificial intelligence for road safety. Just to give you a glimpse, the summary is that if we are, from the audience, I'll request, if we are from government, we need to support every possible policy decision to ensure new technology gets incorporated. If we are from, and also not for using, means we need to develop an ecosystem. I will request people from industry to see how best ecosystem can be developed. I'll here quote an example. I was sitting with the principal secretary, particularly it was from Odisha. I was marketing my cold mix technology for usage. And at that time, we had also developed one patch hole mix machine. Patch fill, we were saying, there is a machine which will move, fill the potholes, compact it and move away. So I said, sir, why not you purchase few machines? He said, then we need to engage drivers, how we need to recruit them, and again there are some issues. So I said, why not ask your contractor or to whom you are giving your road for maintenance, they should purchase. Because पैसा तो गवर्नमेंट को ही देना है पॉटहोल रिपेयर और रोड मेंटेनेंस के लिए. The best is you develop an ecosystem so that your roads are good. How you do, it is the case study for each case, but we need to do it. Otherwise, industry will bring solution, but if there is no policy frame, it will not easily get absorbed. The timeline of taking any technology to field, I can only talk of road sector at least. Once the technology is finalized, okay, this is a solution, a reasonable solution for the problem which that particular fraternity is handling. Once that is established after research of the result, after doing lab tests, some pilot study, some case study, it takes 3 years to go to the standards body. Minimum 3 years. Otherwise, it could be 5 years, and it will depend on the energy of that researcher to take, okay, this is my technology, now it should be made a policy decision. To Bureau of Indian Standard, to Indian Road Congress, to whatever body which is defining those standards for using the technology. And once that technology reaches to that body, again it will take 3 to 5 years or 7 years. to document in the policy document so that it gets absorbed or stakeholders can use it. And when that happens, now it is up to the field level person, field engineer, to see whether they can use it. Because if it fails, who will handle? So all these questions, if not answered from the policy perspective, things will not be implemented. This is for very clear. If audit continues to say, why you have increased, means taken this 5% more using this particular method, then technology will not be implemented. Audit has to understand, and it is through only the policy intervention. Whosoever is in the policy, they have to define, yes, we are ready to pay 5%, 10% extra. Then only those new technologies, because initially every technology has high cost. Once it reaches a business volume, then only the cost of that particular technology product can be reduced. And all those aspects, I was fortunate enough to be successful. Through Indian Road Congress, there was a document of using new technologies for 15% rural roads. There is a committee in the Indian Road Congress for accreditation of new material, and I happen to include a line. And why I am saying so? Because again, AI, we will continue to talk AI for next 10 years. This will happen. And because of such discussion, maybe somewhere we will add a little more and things will start getting changes. With this, iRaste, Intelligent Solution for Road Safety through Technology and Engineering. This is a very ambitious project which DST has sponsored to a consortium of Central Road Research Institute, Nagpur Municipal Corporation, Mahindra and Intel to use artificial intelligence for road usage, for road safety. And there are three main objectives. First, identify potential accident causing scenario while driving a vehicle. Scenario analysis. Alert driver about the accident causing scenario through some assistance system. This has been, this particular second part, for sleepiness. There are, from old style, tie your hair to somewhere so that if you sleep and you will not be able to handle, means you will be able to better manage. From eye sensor to read, okay, now you are going for a sleep, it is better to stop. So some solutions are there, but we need to patronize them. We need to provide them a space where these technologies can be tested, can be communicated to a larger scale. Identify gray spots, where on the road there are sections which can become black spot. So we need to identify them, see possible engineering aspect so that these can be resolved and should not become, avoiding them to become black spots. These are three components of iRaste. This is the project about 2 years, 1.5 years back this was launched, and research is being going on to see what all insights, solutions can be drawn so that we can have these solutions on a larger scale. Means this is the very preliminary stage, but obviously a best step taken in the direction of taking benefit of AI in the road sector, road safety sector. So vehicle safety, how and what all gadgets can be used and deployed so that vehicle is safe and the users are safe. And then analysis of gray spot map, and to see black spot. Black spots are the sections on a road where accidents are happening quite frequently. to identify such sections and then implement possible remedial solution. Maybe these are engineering issues or some traffic management issues. So that the objective of iRaste is to create practical solution as a blueprint for Indian condition. With the initial rollout of iRaste in Nagpur, because of Union Minister for Road Transport, Shri Nitin Gadkari ji, he is from Nagpur, so this project is implemented there to see how best we can make use of AI in road sector. Once this solution comes, there will be a need of appropriate ecosystem so that these can be multiplied to a larger volume. They are talking to Telangana government to see, for testing their whatever the solution they are developing. So the Telangana government, they are planning to use in a fleet of buses, and then they are having plans for Goa and Gujarat. IIIT Hyderabad, they have very good experts resource for handling this road safety, and they have come out with this India driving database, data set. There is one iHub Foundation in IIIT Hyderabad which is doing this work, and this data set is available in public domain, and various students from academia or startup entrepreneurs, they are using this data set to utilize how best they can provide solution for road safety, around road safety. Maybe the way we are seeing Google Map for traffic. So this is a solution of the data set which Google is providing. Likewise, there will be several, if you are going to this particular place, why not have this particular recipe of that particular place to enjoy. They have collected from 182 drive sequences on Indian road obtained from front-facing camera attached to car driven around Hyderabad, Bangalore and their outskirts. Sufficiently good volume of data is available in CRRI because we have one or two network survey vehicle which has moved quite 10,000 around, or maybe I think it would have reached 40,000 kilometers of road in the country, like Google vehicle or camera on vehicle, they are moving to take street view. But we have collected from engineering side data, how much is the road, width of the road, and where are the poles, and all those sort of engineering data set. We have this IDD data set is available in public domain, and 5,000 registered users are there who are using. And again, for your information, ISRO Center for this remote sensing, they are quite helpful in developing any solution around satellite data for government sector. They are very comfortable in it. They are providing these irrigation, floods, all these maps are being built by them and being given to respective state government for further use. This is another data set on order, open world object detection on road scenes. This is again by IIIT Hyderabad. Then mobile car data platform with sensors. This is data again is with them. Lane road net, LRNet framework is there. This is a framework where this data set is analyzed. So they have provided this thing. So this entire gamut of this IIT Roper has developed algorithm for driver drowsiness. They are using implementing these solutions. Then blind turn, IIT Mandi has solution for this to ensure if there is a blind turn, whether the vehicle is coming or not from the opposite side. Ministry of Road Transport has plans and is implementing how artificial intelligence based technology in the government system can be implemented, can be used, and all those things. So this is happening. This is for your information, with a request that all may please contribute developing ecosystem for such solution, because each new technology need a good ecosystem. Thank you.
I am happy that there one seat was lying vacant on the dais. The learned speaker for that session, Derai Durastai, has arrived. I will request him to join us on the dais. Mr. Ajay Kumar from ICA.
Thank you, Dr. Amrish, for your wonderful and interesting this detailed presentation. Now, may I invite Shri Gaurav Sharma, Manager Fire and Safety IGL, to give a case study presentation. Gaurav Sharma is Manager Firefighting and Safety in IGL. He is BTech in Fire Technology and Safety Engineering from IPS Academy, Indore. He worked as Site HSE Leader for Cummins Green Building Project in Falton near Pune and LHP Diesel Generator Sets in Daman. Currently, he is associated with IGL. I will invite Gaurav Sharma to come to the podium.